Welcome back to the channel. Today I'd like us to look at two giants in similar industry, not exactly the same industry, but these are two value stocks that they defy odds in most situations, and I am talking about Johnson & Johnson and Costco. Johnson & Johnson is a giant in the pharmaceutical industry. He plays, he's one of the biggest in the industry, and he's doing extremely well. When you look at the balance sheet and the stock, it's somewhat reliable. It's a value stock, though value depends on your own metric, but we see it as a value stock. It's one of those stocks that you are not likely to just have a surge. It's a stable stock. It's a stock you can rely on for J&J. Costco, on the other hand, is a consumer staple. All things household, the things you need to use on a daily basis, going out and all that. Your toiletries, baths, and all these things. Your things you need on a daily basis. Things you use. It will be easier for me to just say it that way than mentioning things in their arrays of product. Let's have a look at the two stocks, their balance sheet, cash flow, income statement, and also have a look at the chart for price action. Let's see if there's anything we can, or why these two stocks are so different in the market. So we're looking at the key data for Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson is under New York Stock Exchange. For your information, these data are found on NASDAQ website. Sector is healthcare. The market cap is 464 billion. The PE ratio is 22.64, and the EPS is $7.81. Annual dividend is $4.24. Ex-dividend date is February. 52 weeks low is 155.72, and 52 weeks high is 179. Let's have a look at other information. Let's go straight to the balance sheet. To the financials. Under the financial, we'll see the balance sheet. Let's go. The financial. We start with the total revenue. The revenue 2018, you can see 81.5 billion. 2019, 82. 2021, 82. And this the last earnings currently it's 93. You can see first there's consistency and there's growth. Cost of revenue is also high, and it's also consistent, as you can see, 27, 27, 28, and 29. Johnson & Johnson is under healthcare, so gross profit, you can drill down to see other information. It's what I'm interested in, to see the total liability, so I can also see their net cash flow. The total liability here is 107 billion. As you can see, it grew from 93, 98, 111, and here is 107 billion. Let's have a look at it. Cash flow. Cash flow statement. The cash flow, net income, as you can see, 15 billion, 15, 14, and 20. It's very consistent. It's a stable stock. It's a stable company. The growth is consistent and stable. That's very key. Let's have a look at on this platform. They don't state their free cash flow. It is stated as net cash flow. And net cash flow here, as you can see, is 502. I would say 502 million net cash flow for Johnson & Johnson. But you can also decide to go back to the income statement and see their operating income, the tax, income tax, net income. As you can see, we've seen that earlier, 20 billion net income applicable. Just to drill down, let's have a look at Costco. Costco is retail, I would say, also supermarket big, with arrays of different products. Not necessarily their own make, but it's a big store, retail store. Now look at it. The market cap is 245 billion. It's under Nasdaq exchange. Consumer services. You see, consumer services. The P/E ratio is 44.54. The earnings is $12.41. The annualized dividend is $3.16. Ex dividend date February 13. Let's have a look at its cash flow, the financials. The financials. The financials here. We start with the income statement, which here from 2018 to 2021, till present, which is 141 billion, 152, 166. You can see this slightly, the growth, the revenue here is higher than that of J and J, as you can understand. Here, the presently is 195 billion. Cost of revenue is also high, but you can see cost of revenue here is 170 billion. So the difference here is actually like 25 billion, on the income, by the time the taxes and all that. Okay, let's go on to the balance sheet. Let's see their total liability. Their total liability, total liability, total liability, the current liability. Okay, total liability equity. No, well, total liabilities. Total liability is 41 billion, 41.7 billion. Let's have a look at it. Cash flow. Here, it's not stated as free cash flow. It is stated as net cash flow. Net income. See, net income is 5 billion, 4 billion, from 3 billion up to 5 billion. But let's have a look at the net cash flow, as stated here, is negative. Yeah, you cannot really say, because it's negative, meaning that they're not making. No, they're actually, you've seen, it's a big wholesale store. So being that is negative, it really, the only thing is that compared to their um, total liability, you might be wondering, if we were to do total liability to free cash flow, we wonder how long will it take them to pay their debt. But but this is just for your information. So this is Costco. Let's have a look at. Let's go on to the Momo chart so we can see price action. So this is the chart for Costco. As you can see, I'll start with drawing a resistant line here. Resistance. Um, Resistance, and also there's another layer of support that I can see here. Let's start by drawing that as well. Now this is a daily chart. It just shows that we are trading above 20-day, above 50-day moving average. 20-day is about to cross over 50-day, going up. This is a bullish trend. This is a bullish trend. It just shows you that the this stock chart is bullish. The last trading day it was bearish, but as you can see, we are just about to cross over 50-day moving average. I mean, 20-day moving average to cross over 50-day moving average. Let's have a look at it on a weekly chart. On a weekly chart, as you can see, in fact, let me show you that is an upward trend
chart. As you can see on a weekly chart, sometimes it crosses over, and other time, support can become resistance, and resistance can become support, depending on on the movement of the stock. But here there's a support resistance here. This was on a weekly chart. As you can see, this candle is bullish, and this is a bullish trend, but there's a resistance there. That resistance is holding. If you break this resistance, we're going up. The next thing that we're looking at is 585. Currently, we are 552. Let's go back to the daily chart. On a daily chart, we are above 200 moving day average. The 20-day moving average is about to cross just at the tip of crossing the 50-day moving average. Let's have a look at Johnson & Johnson. This is Johnson & Johnson. Johnson & Johnson is actually very voluminous. What I mean is there are a lot of volume, and it's more bullish, but it's trading in a wider range. Let me just draw the range. As you can see, there's somewhat a resistance that turned support here. Also, this is a wider range, as you can see. This one can actually come up around here. Also, as you can see here, but right now it has broken this support. It was a resistance that turned support. It has broken it on an upside. So this is an uptrend for J&J, and J&J all-time high for now is 176,956. Which was some days ago. I mean, yesterday, 17th of March 2022. But as you can see, if we are still today is Friday, if this stock closes up on this resistance support today, that means we have broken this level, the level of 172. We have broken the level upward. It has been trying to break that level. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, many times, but it has broken it over, and it has sat on it as a support. Let's have a look at it on a weekly chart. It just shows you that it's an upward trend. The trend is upward movement. This is a weekly chart, and there's resistance around here. This is a support turn resistance, but currently is a resistance here. So if you break this resistance, you hit this one here, then we are around $182. That would be the all-time high. But we are trading above 50-day moving average on a weekly chart. On a daily chart, we are also trading above. We are trading above 50-day moving average. 20-day just crossed over 200-day moving average. So it's an upward movement trend.
We have seen the chart, we have seen the balance sheet, we have seen the income statement. Do your valuation. Do not just buy any of these stocks because you watch a program on a YouTube channel. Be sure that these stocks are good for your portfolio. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for subscribing. We will continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Thank you.